liking it a lot.
But speaking of
That's so
cats,
funny.
Anthony, I noticed your cat twice. It's spotted like a jaguar or something.
Oh,
What
yeah.
do you have
It's,
a $25,000 cat like John Jones or something?
It's
a Bengal. They're Bengal cats. There's two of them.
Bengal cat,
Beavis and Neo. Yeah, and they take an Asian leopard. It's a small leopard, and then they breed it with a tabby, and then they breed that like 5 more times with a tabby. Yeah, the tabby fucking hates. They just keep throwing. They keep throwing tabbies at it until it doesn't kill it anymore.
They keep giving it tabbies.
I'm so tired of killing. I just want to fuck.
So they take a Bengal, which is like a wild animal, and they breed it with a tabby. And then what comes next?
And then you gotta breed that with another tabby, and then to get the crazy wild instinct out of it. But they're still insane cats. They're like, they'll hunt you, and they look awesome. They got look
awesome.
You'll walk to the bed, and one of them will just come darting out from under the bed, grab your ankle, and twist, and then start kicking and biting. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Because it's a quarter wild animal in your house.
Yeah. It's got like a certain percentage of
this is a
wild animal,
wolf, basically.
Let me see where the little fucker is.
He is really
I think here's Beav. How you doing, Beavis? Come here. Yeah. He's Beavis. Here he is.
Yeah,
it's a pretty sizable cat.
He's pretty cool.
He's spotted like a wild animal. Like
yeah.
You can tell he loves that.
He's never met you before.
These are not. They're not lap cats. They're not fucking. To be. Okay, babe.
I am 48 years old. I still have yet to meet a cat that likes me. All cats hate me. I try so hard to. I try to win them over by being even nicer. That's not how you win over a cat.
Cats tend to like me. Like when I go to my friends' houses who have cats, they all want to rub on me, and I'll like be nice and give them a pet, and then like 10 minutes later, it's like I'm crying. Like my eyes are so watery and red and bloodshot because I think I developed a cat allergy in like adulthood because I didn't used to have this, but now I can hardly be around them. So they hunt you around your house.
They hunt you. They're really they like to play. You could throw shit and they grab it and bring it back to you and like fetch. They're just they're kind of a little wild. I don't think they'd be good for a family with kids that aren't
Do they fight each other?
Scratch resistant. Yeah, they brawl pretty good sometimes. Just you hear them screaming and they smack each other in the face and run. And the littler one will actually grab the big one, like how they grab water buffaloes and shit in the wild by the hindquarter, and then sink their teeth in to their backs. That's what the little one does to the bigger one, and the bigger one gets really pissed off.
I think it's like they needed a couple more generations of tabby.
Yeah, maybe a couple of more tabbies in the mix. But what's really bad is being in this apartment now and not in the house because there's no real getting away from them. And at night, if they start fighting or screaming, they'll just be like, whoa, whoa. They do that wild howling at the moon thing or something.
Soon you're gonna buy a palace in South Carolina where the real estate's super full.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm looking.
And you could just let them outside, and they can fend for themselves there.
Yeah, fighting off alligators.
Well, actually, yeah.
I think the gator might have the upper hand. Just keep throwing cats.
No, he's got 2 tabbies. I got a bear.
Yeah, I got 2 chances.
Have you always been a cat person instead of dogs?
I like dogs, but the dogs are so much responsibility. Like when I go to South Carolina, I plan on getting a German Shepherd. I like dogs. There'll be plenty of room. And yeah, they're just when I go somewhere for the weekend, you could just dump a shitload of food down, and You don't have to be there for a cat all the time. Dogs need to be walked every.
That German Shepherd is going to get its ass kicked by those Bengal tigers.
Oh, probably, probably.
He's going to be loving and sweet, and those Bengals are going to abuse it.
And it's going to be one of those things that, like, by the time the German Shepherd's 105 pounds, it'll still be like, oh, danger, danger.
Fucking stupid cats are attacking me, not knowing. Yeah, you could snap its neck.
Exactly, it'll be sweet.
You know what? I love dogs too, but I like the puppy phase a lot. I've always thought though it'd be fascinating to get like one of those German Shepherds that comes straight from like the German guy who trains it and everything. Oh, and then you just learn the verbal commands and the thing just snaps too.
Right, yeah.
But I always wonder like how long under my lax tutelage is that going to remain? Like, because I don't know.
Not 3 months.
You think so? That's a long time.
Young Padawan. Yeah. You'll scream at him. You don't want to fuck him up and make a Darth Vader fucking dog out of him. I fucked up your training. I apologize. Yeah.
I mean, they're a big enough dog. If you don't train them right, they can fuck somebody up. Like
well, that's the whole thing that people say about pit bulls, and my take is they're pretty hypocritical when they talk about pit bulls. They go, look, it's the person that trains it. If they train them bad, you're going to get a bad dog, and that's what. But then they insist that you adopt these things from a shelter. It's like, oh, so you want me to adopt one that's been trained by some shitty person that abandoned them and then gave him to a shelter? A pit bull, I would want to get. I would never want one. But I would want one as a brandy new, so you could train it and make sure it's being raised. You don't know what you're getting when you rescue a dog like that.
No, like, and so many of them will be like, we talked about this the other week, so I won't stay on it, but it'll be like, look at this beautiful lab mix, and it's like just not even close to a lab. It's got total pit bull face structure, a mouth. You could insert a whole dinner plate in its mouth and it wouldn't break. Like it could go right past it.
God, that's so funny. Yeah, lab mix. Oh yeah, mixed with a fucking Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a line about them that you said many years ago with their like shuffle jaw.
Bill Burr's got the joke where his girlfriend went and got the dog without his not permission, but like without him being part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's like, it's a pit mix, and he's like, it's a pit mix with what? Another fucking pit bull? It's a fucking pit bull.
And then he like fell in love with the dog, and then he had a kid and had to get rid of it because he
just got rid of it straight up on pit bull reputation.
Well, because I don't think either of them wanted it around a kid.
He knew the dog, right?
Yeah.
Something tells me if it was cool, he'd be like, "Yeah, we'll keep it." But he probably knew this dog would snap at a kid.
Once you've seen your dog pull enough like whole chickens off the kitchen table and sprint away with them so fast that you can't stop him before he wolfs off and get down.
Now imagine that.
Maybe an infant doesn't belong in this household.
Imagine that chicken swaddled in a little blanket.
I mean, I think on his podcast years and years ago when he got it, he's like, "It's great walking this thing. I know what it's like to have a gun now." Like, everybody's crossing the street, making way.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Which, like, true. Yeah, if I have like my little dogs on a leash and I'm at the dog park and I see a pit bull, it's like, yeah, we're not going in that direction anymore. Yeah. I'm not rolling the dice. Like, my dogs fall off the back of the couch and they can get hurt. They're so little. That pit bull could
the front of the couch.
The front of the couch, honestly. Yeah, but it would just be too much to bear to see a dog attack my dogs.
Do those videos online fall off the couch very often? I just imagine they might.
It's one of them did it in the last week. Teddy, the 12-pound one, he fell asleep on top of the couch and fell off onto the wood floor behind it, and I just heard. Not a loud crash, but and then he's like clearly panicked, but like he's almost like so little he hit terminal velocity well before the 4-foot fall, so he's gonna be fine.
One of the Bengals here, the smaller one, Neo, he at my house we had a balcony and a railing, and they used to sometimes walk on the outside of it. And cats are supposedly pretty graceful. But Bengals aren't. They're a little more wildcat than they are graceful, flip over and all four. This guy falls off of the balcony, hits the tile floor, and I just hear like snap. and his leg is just dead, just fucking not moving. I'm like, motherfucker.
What kind of
and here we go. I gotta fucking go to the animal hospital, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a broken leg in a few places. We gotta put pins and screws and plates in it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, you know what I want to hear? What's the fucking cost? $8,000.
Oh my god.
$8,000 for this fucking cat's leg, and I guess they did a good job because he's active. You would never know his leg was completely shattered.
Did you like ask like, is there a middle ground? Like,
right.
Where do we feed him? He doesn't need to hunt.
How much for
you got something in the $2,000 range? Yeah.
Well, we have another cat.
Yeah, another cat.
What was it? $3,000 your cat?
Yeah, they go for anywhere between 2,500 to you could up to 20,000 for like the second or first generation. Because some people want that, they want a crazy, insane, wild animal in their house.
That sounds awful.
But yeah, they were, I think Beavis was like 2,500, and the other one I don't remember. Yeah, they're around that though. But yeah, and then when it breaks its leg, you're just like, you motherfucker. You're a cat. You're supposed to land on all four of them.
And it broke its leg in the house. It wasn't even doing any like wild shit out.
No. It fell right on that one leg. Landed on one fucking out of four.
This was a topic of discussion like a week or two ago. We started looking it up, and like a cat's terminal velocity is lower than the speed required to kill a cat. So technically,
sometimes
enough of the time, more of the time than not, is the key. Is the way to phrase this. You can throw a cat from an infinite height, and it will survive.
Yeah, they can jump without a parachute and land on their feet and be okay sometimes.
That's why you never hear of cat parachutists dying.
That makes sense.
That is failure.
No, that's why.
Yeah. Regardless of parachute failure or anything, they're fine. Right? Yeah. God damn, that's an amazing fact. I've seen some fall from some pretty crazy heights, and they kind of do this thing like they're, they stay like kind of upright. Squirrel. Yeah, and then they hit the ground. And I've seen pictures and videos of cats that go out. Their owners let them go out onto the windowsill 20 stories up, and they're just out there. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Mine falls off a balcony in the house and breaks his fucking leg. Yeah, asshole.
Jesus.